It's that time again, it's a new month, there's some more free games on offer, and you should all know the drill by now. What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 5, which is basically the same as every other Forza Motorsport, except this one's got Jeremy Clarkson doing the narration. Also, we can run around outside the car, which I always feel is a bit weird for a racing game. I mean, what if I just want to walk to work today? Maybe I don't want to get into this. There's no badge on it. What car are you? What are you, like a Panini? Yeah, Ferrari, Lamborghini and Panini.
Start the car to begin the race.
Press A to start the car. I'm fairly certain a car like this is a bit more complex than smacking one button. You brake in, tap one button and you're away. Press the right trigger for gas, and our main character has farted all over the seats of this lovely whatever this car's supposed to be. Now there's probably some sort of story mode attached to this, but to be honest I just downloaded it because you can race on the Top Gear track later. And that's the good Top Gear track, back when it was hosted by 3 fun friends, rather than the crap it is now. There's some lovely trees. Some lovely crashes. Why would I want to rewind? No, he's going to have to buff all of that damage out. He should have to pay for it, and I will not use my magic time manipulation powers to help him out. That's what you get for trying to beat me in a race. You get to remortgage your house to pay for this expensive car. Beep beep. Why is there no horn button? Horn. None of these do the horn. Oh shit, that's definitely not the horn. Well, if you ever wanted to know what it was like to drive a car while sitting on the bonnet of said car, here's the answer. Nope, now we're attached to the front of the car. We're like one of those little toys that they attach to the front of rubbish trucks. Damn it, there we go. Back behind the wheel again. There we go, perfect. Now you can experience all of the lovely, lovely scenery, and I can make certain I don't end up ploughing into a hedgerow that was about 5 feet further to the left than I first thought. Too easy. Piece of cake. Yeah, 5G for taking part. Here's your participation award. All the other achievements are for winning like 1,000 races and collecting every car. We've got to make the most of this one 5G achievement. Choose the car that speaks to me. Do any of these cars speak English? Japanese, German, Japanese, Korean. No, I would not understand any of these cars if they started speaking to me. Wow, I'm liking the designs they've recommended for me. Black. Excellent design there. Could get the same result by just spilling a paint pot over the top of the car, but hey, glad to see that people have given you 5 stars for your hard work. Oh yeah, this one looks like it's made out of wood. I absolutely want to go racing around in a tree. We will always be racing against real people rather than AI. Hang on game. Your big innovative feature is that you've done less work by getting rid of the AI and just copying what people do in multiplayer modes. I can't wait for half the cars to stop at the starting line and teabag everybody else. Glad to see we flew an entire team out to this racetrack just to watch us drive an oak tree around the Alps. Alright, off you go, little wood-panelled car. Try not to burst into flames as your engine overheats. There are so many people out here today. Then again, if somebody told me I could see a driving tree, I'd probably fly to the Alps to have a look at it myself. Rewind it again, you can actually see the moment where the wing mirror fell off the side of the car. It's attention to detail like that. That's why people love Forza so much. Doesn't explain why they've managed to make 10 games in a decade, but hey, we have to let them off with some of their eccentric behaviour. They're probably just trying to get as much cash as they can before people realise they've basically just been repackaging the same game for 10 years. I like to imagine there's one really old, grumpy neighbour just sat in that castle up there, and every day he has to watch as those damn whippersnappers drive round here in their hot rods. And every day he comes out with his stick threatening to beat them, but he can never quite catch up to the youth. So now he sits in his castle staring out the window, being mildly annoyed whenever a car drives past. Up next, a sequel to Crotchety Old Man in the Castle, titled Crotchety Old Man Gets Hit by a Car. 3 guesses what happens in that one. This would be a lot easier if they had Mario Kart power-ups. Blue Shell would come in a treat right about now. If you want more people to watch F1, that is easily how you get the viewer figures up. Just stick a bunch of power-ups around the track. People might like Lewis Hamilton now, but they will love him after he's turned into Bullet Bill. Come on, Woodwagon, you can do this. I have faith in you. Your roots go deep. You're not going to lose to a bloody... I don't even know what's in first place. I'm sure one of these buttons gives me a scoreboard. Nope, I've just turned off the minimap. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? No, that's changing gears. That's got rid of everything. I'm just going to stop pressing buttons. Still can't find the horn. Maybe that's the trade-off. We managed to fit every single part of a car inside this tree except for the horn. I wonder if there's a wooden interior as well. Yeah, that's lazy. They've only done half a job there. We've got half a car made out of wood. That's no good. You either do the whole thing or you do none at all. The one racing driver whose car can be taken apart by a lumberjack. Gold medal. Wait, gold medal? We finished in second. How did we get a gold medal for coming second? You've messed up there, game. This is more like it. Driving half a pine tree around the Top Gear test track. That's what gaming is all about. Also, that appears to be a transit van halfway down the course. Glad to see there's no restrictions here. You can drive anything you like. Hell, I'm surprised nobody's tried to ride a unicycle around this thing already. Slow down, everybody get into convoy formation. Let me just... here we go. Overtake on the grass, nothing wrong with that. Get out of the way! I'm driving a tree, it doesn't exactly brake very well. The game basically plays itself. If you've got the assists turned on, the car will brake for you. All you have to do is hold down the accelerator and point it vaguely in the right direction. Which I imagine is what driving a tree would actually be like. You point it vaguely where you want to go and then hope. Maybe it'll get to its destination, maybe it'll run over a school on the way. Who knows? This thing is a lot longer than I thought it was. They always edited it on the show to make it look quite short, so they only showed sort of the best moments, like when people flipped over, or when a very nice celebrity swore at the camera. Well, this track goes on for bloody ages. I've got it set to 4 laps, that might be the problem. Ow. Next time don't plough into the wall, genius. Now the game is steering the car for me as well. I was getting pushback from the controller when I tried to drive through there. If you don't follow the route exactly, the Forza demons that live in the console will come out and they will beat you about the head until you play the game properly. Glad to see that Turn 10 has been focusing on developing the most important aspects of a racing game. What can we do to make this racing game more fun and entertaining for the consumer? How about we threaten them that if they don't play the game exactly the way we want them to do it, that we will break their kneecaps? Absolutely genius. And yet they've still managed to pump 10 games out of that idea. Oh, Forza. You're like Need for Speed, except you never made a weird game where you have to run away from the cops. Yet. I like that when you go in the car everything turns green, like we're trying to connect to the Matrix but failing horribly. Instead of the numbers we've just got a tiny bit... Ooh, is that a fly? There are flies going into the windshield. That's a lovely touch. How do we innovate in this latest Forza game? Well, we let you murder a bunch of insects. Have fun. Fairly certain the actual name of this camera mode is Dog Vision, as it perfectly mimics the POV of a dog running down the street chasing after a car, shortly before ploughing into a bunch of cones. Woof, woof. Don't know how many dogs have got a rear view mirror mounted on their head, but that's the future, ladies and gentlemen. Dogs that can see behind them. What will they think of next? And if you look to your right, you'll notice that I can't see the track in front of me. Lovely bit of detail they've put in there. How can we improve on this racing game? How about we let the driver taking a moment to really explore the scenery. Stare at all of those patches of grass and that new turn. We are not committing murder in a racing game. Not again. And across the line. In first place with 0 fatalities. That's a win. And you are right, game. That is my kind of car. The car that isn't actually a car at all, but rather a very cleverly disguised pseudo-wudo. Well, that is Forza Motorsport 5. If you want it, it's free with Games with Gold, and it gives you the Top Gear stuff as well. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got a game you'd like to see played on this channel, whether or not it stars a tree doing its very best to live up to the dream of racing around the Nürburgring, then feel free to leave it in the comments down below. But until next time, farewell everyone. Like that inquisitive bloke there, just staring at it going, is this a tree? Can anybody else see this? This man is driving a piece of wood around the track. Is that allowed? Is that not against regulations? Look at all these inquisitive buggers. He's getting up nice and close as well. I mean, I think it's a tree. It might be a car. I've never seen a tree with that many wheels before. Look, now he's on the ground checking underneath. Maybe there's a giant sign on it that says this is actually a tree in disguise.